Last time on Constant Chronicle Bad Egg. Deep beneath the darling metropolis, our party lost Lilith to the sea cave serpent called Garbo, but made a deal to return with a larger offering for her safe release. So the remaining party members retraced their steps back to the surface into ratfolk territory, where they convinced some poor young ratfolks to follow them back down below under false pretenses, then sacrificed them to the great Garbo to secure Lilith's release. But before leaving its cave, looted some nearby corpses and plotted ways to weaponize the sea serpent by somehow flooding the city. And now, Constant Chronicle Bad Egg continues.
Praise for the value, knowledge arcana to see if they have any magical properties. Identify as the spell that works to tell you information about them.
15 knowledge arcana.
If you do it on the boot, you will detect a magical aura. These are boots of Featherfall.
These would have been worthy.
Very nice.
Yeah. What size boots are they?
They fit a medium body. Someone smaller can wear them, of course. They would just be loose. They'd look silly. You know, at some point they would be too big to put on your foot. But between large, medium, and small, anyone could probably wear them. They are medium size. They would fit someone medium the best.
I like to give these boots to Goon.
I mean, when you guys first met Goon, he jumped out of a tree and fell like 100 feet. Yeah.
These are made for Goon.
Alright, fair enough.
To be fair.
There's a necklace you guys found too. You want to see if it's magic?
Yeah.
Knowledge arcana it.
25 knowledge arcana.
Yeah, it's a magical necklace. It's a necklace that holds the spell Fireball. It has 5 fireballs left in it.
I think this is probably best meant for me. Like to put it on my fat neck.
It's like a choker. Yeah, it looks like a fucking choker.
Before I check over the dagger and shield, I said, Lilith, would you like to snap my choker? I got a 7 on the dagger.
Roll for the dagger as well.
Yeah, you can't tell anything about the dagger. It's got some strange writing on it. It's a weird color.
I got a 17 on the dagger for Arcana.
You know that dagger has some sort of shadow magic attached to it. That's all you can tell.
I think that should go to maybe Iggy.
Maybe Goon again too.
Yeah.
He's a hunter trapper. What do you use to fight Goon?
Traps.
Traps, and I have a crossbow, which I consider to just be a trap that I set off.
It's a long-range trap.
Maybe give the stealthy dagger to the most stealthy person.
Yeah, Iggy's pretty stealthy.
I have a 7 on stealth.
Yeah, that's pretty damn stealthy. What about you?
You retrieve them all, Iggy, so you get to hand these out as you see fit, honestly.
Guys, I'm literally like a house elf. I'm just like, take everything. I love you.
A river to my people. Sounds like they're insisting you take the dagger.
Now, how about the tower shield?
Tower shield.
I think we all know who that should go to.
That also appears to be magical.
25 for the tower shield.
Got a 17. Tower, yeah. So.
It's a tower shield of invisibility.
What?
You can hide behind it.
Nice.
As long as your body is small to hide behind it, once a day you can cast invisibility and hide behind the shield.
If you guys don't mind, I'll take that. But someone else, Rain could also benefit from that as well, honestly. If you could fit behind
Yeah,
it.
but I don't really use a shield as much, so you go for it.
Alright.
I use a buckler.
Take the tower shield of invisibility then. We need to figure out a little bit more information about that dagger, though.
I'll roll a spellcraft. I don't know.
Alright, you unsheath the dagger and roll a spellcraft.
I got a 17. Well, 18 minus 1.
You mumble the words you read on the hilt of the dagger. All of a sudden, you feel yourself surrounded by a magical darkness. A dust floats in the air around you. You are suddenly all alone. The rest of the group, Iggy just vanished.
That's it. Range shrugs. He's like, oh, all right.
Someone should have told me that they found a trap.
It's a trap.
Can I roll a knowledge, I don't know, maybe planes to see where he went?
I mean, you already have some knowledge, so I'm sure this would add up.
That is a 23 on knowledge planes.
You already associated that dagger with shadow magic. Probably not very fond of shadow magic. But yeah, you could probably assume shadow plane if it's a shadow dagger.
With a 24, would I have any idea of like how to retrieve him?
You would know that the shadow plane is not very far from this plane, a layer on top of this plane.
If I were to use my invisibility shield, would that get me closer to his plane where I could maybe contact him or grab him?
I mean, it couldn't hurt to try it, I guess.
Alright, well I guess I'll drop down, put the shield in front of me, and activate it and try to see if I can...
Yeah. Roll me a spellcraft to read the incantation to go invisible. It's a pretty easy one, though. You've only got to beat a 10. It's a beginner's invisibility tower shield. It's written in very big letters, very plainly.
Block letters.
Yeah, block letters. Primary colors.
Not today, boys. Natural
DL
one.
and in blue.
Yeah, you duck behind the shield and say the incantation, but you're obviously just someone hiding behind a shield. So not invisible at all. With the natural one, you probably think you did a really good job, and you think that you're invisible to the group, but the group's just looking at you hiding behind a shield. You stay there ducked thinking you're invisible, but everyone sees you.
Oh,
You are still very visible.
like
I did it.
Mystery Man.
Fine.
Iggy, you got anything? You're the one in a weird place holding a dagger, all, surrounded by weirdness.
I'm gonna try to do what I just did again.
Read the words.
Yeah.
You sound them out again, phonetically. Spellcraft.
That's a 2.
Nothing changes around you. You're just holding a dagger in your hand, saying words out loud. You will notice. Do you speak Elven?
I do.
Yeah, it's in Elven. That's probably why you read it so well. So it's an Elven shadow dagger of some sort. So you can notice the fine Elven make now. Notice the language is in Elven. You will be able to make out shapes around you. It looks. Apart from the fact that all your allies are gone, and if you look now, you might see like a fog that kind of resembles where they would be standing, but everything else looks about the same. Like you're in a dark cave, you can't see the shadow, the serpent, but you can see sort of a fog where the serpent would be also, and a fog where those serpent babies were. But the shape of the cave is pretty much this exact same. It's just, instead of being rock, it's like a darker rock, like a perfectly black rock with very fine edges, and there's like a mist in the air with like particulates, and it's like perfectly dark. It's insanely dark all around you. But you have dark vision, right? You can make all this out. You almost think you can hear them, but it's like muffled, like the Charlie Brown's parents thing. It's like yeah. You get close to where they are, and you're like you're standing right where you were a second ago, so you are like very close to your allies still. They just appear to be shadows.
Perception on the dagger and see if I can just read what it says. 25 for perception.
It says, "Speak your way in, cut your way out."
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna slash the dagger straight down.
Try and stab the air.
Yeah.
Roll me a use magic device to cut the air in front of you.
I got a 17.
With that, you can cut a very thin slice in the shadow ether. It will very quickly repair itself, though, but it's enough for it to break through for a second for you to get a very clear vision of the outside. So for a second, it goes from like a black and white, totally dark area through this little slit. You can see the real world, and you can see your friends perfectly through that little. If you like look around, like looking through a mirror, you can see them perfectly through the little slit for a second, and then it heals up almost immediately. Probably enough for you to like shove your hand through, but then you don't know if your hand will get stuck, or you don't know what's going to happen. But it's like healing it up. If you want to, you can try to stick your hand through. But that's probably all you can do before it heals up.
Yeah, I feel anxious about sticking my hand through. Can I stick my heavy crossbow through?
Yeah, just stick it out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It closes up on it, chops it in half.
All right, cool.
You have one half of a crossbow. The other half, although it does emerge in the so now behind you guys, a half of a crossbow falls on the ground, makes a loud noise, startles all of you. You'll turn around. There's a half of a crossbow now on the stone there, from out of nowhere, appearing around where your friend Iggy disappeared.
I hope wherever Iggy is that he has his special nuts that I got for him.
I just want to feel the half of the crossbow.
That's half a trap right there. Sleight of hand so no one sees you grab it. I don't think anyone cares, but if you do that, no one will even notice.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to sleight of hand. In fact, I would say that Goon
Proudly takes it.
Yeah, he does not understand.
Unashamed.
This will be useful for the group because everything is owned by the tribe. He obviously was banished to another plane, typical with traps like these, far beyond me.
Only for now.
Only for now, yes. My idol, my hero, Gorn Gnome Snatcher, he could banish anything to anywhere with just a tripwire.
Wow, the old banishment tripwire trick. Legendary magical trap.
I could drop down to a knee and pray to the Pilot Princess to give me guidance on how to retrieve our friend from
Yes, the moribund mommy, Archduchess of Agony.
one of the darker realms.
You can do that with knowledge religion.
That's going to be a 23.
You will know that your god has no dominion over the shadow plane. It's a dark vein that does not align with yours. So you're probably not fond of the idea of one of your allies in the shadow plane.
I guess I can pray to my god. Asses off, so anything can happen. It'll probably be terrible. Do it? Let's fucking do this. I'm gonna pray to the thing that whispers in my mind.
He's just thinking to himself because he can't speak, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, knowledge religion, I guess, for you.
That's how it goes with things that whisper in your mind from behind stars.
He's like, sup, my dude?
Yeah, the parental. Okay, I rolled a 9.
You're in your mind, I guess you think a dagger got him there. Maybe a dagger could you. So you're think who in this group has a dagger? You're looking for daggers, I guess. That's the first thing you think.
I have a dagger knife.
Maybe pull out your dagger and try to say what he said, I guess.
I'm not even gonna go that far because I can't say it. I'm just gonna stab where he was.
Alright, start stabbing. right, Iggy.
Right where he's stabbing.
You can't see any of this, of course, but your old hole is sealed up. You've got half a crossbow. You've still got your magical dagger there. You want to try to use magic device again to cut a bigger hole?
Yeah.
Maybe you'll roll higher this time.
16. Lower.
About a hand-sized hole, not very big. You cut a very small slit that you can see through for a second and seals up very fast. But for a second, you can see your allies' rain stabbing in your direction when you cut the hole. Shit. Yeah, but then the hole seals up again very quickly. But for a second, you saw the material plane there. It was a great way to spy on what was going on for a second. You don't think they noticed you. You guys can roll perception to see if you saw that, I guess, but it would have to be pretty high to see it, because it happened really quickly. Maybe rain would be the most likely to see.
21.
June is not going to roll perception.
You're not even looking.
But he's not paying attention at all.
I'll roll, see how funny it'll be.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 14. I'm actually fucking paying attention. Over
Yeah. You sort of catch a glimpse of it, but it sounds like just Rain and Lilith actually see. Rain, you're stabbing, and you think maybe even your stab did it. For a second there, you catch a glimpse of Iggy. He's like appears in black and white almost, so you only it's weird. You see like a sliver of his face where you were stabbing at.
Yeah.
Lilith, you'll see the area where Rain is stabbing for a second. You saw like a piece of Iggy, and then of course the hole sealed up. So then all of a sudden he was gone
He
again.
stabs harder.
Just keep stabbing.
He's like, this is obviously working.
Iggy, you want to give it another go?
Yeah, can I pray real quick, though?
Of course.
Yeah, well, I pray to Gozer the Destroyer. I want to ask for some advice. Be like, hey, life is fucking tight. I love it, but I would like to get back to my friends. Is there anything I can do? So I'm going to do Diplo, I guess, and that's a natural 20.
Gozra is not here anymore. You're on the land of Herzog.
Alright. Herzog, you sound pretty cool. You think you can get me home?
Is this not your home?
Are you hitting on me?
You come here often?
Would you like it to be your home? No, I think I took a wrong turn trying to get back to the cereal play.
Retrace your steps then, yes?
Yeah, okay. You can help me out?
Diplomacy?
6.
No.
Alright, yeah, that's understandable.
Cool, good talk, guy.
Yeah, I know. Let's do this again sometime. I'm doing another use magic device, see if I can get out of this shadow realm. 22.
Ooh, 22. Finally, a hole large enough for you to leap through. If you do it right now, that's going to be acrobatics or reflex, something to jump through as fast as possible. But if you leap through right now, you can fit because you're small enough.
Acro, that's a 24.
You leap through just fast enough, re-emerging in the material plane right into a knife. Half damage from your knife there, Rain. So what's the damage you would normally do from stabbing someone?
5.
Half of that, so we'll say that's 2 because I'm nice. We'll say you do 2 stab damage as you re-emerge. Right in the right arm, he scrapes you a little bit as you re-emerge from the shadow plane. Which here you are back with your buddies and you got a fancy new knife.
Jackpot.
Rain smiles to himself like he did this. He's like,
You think this is all you, buddy.
and then he hands you a banana.
Where does he keep getting these bananas? Don't ask. They keep coming from somewhere though.
It's covered in a little bit of poop, but it's all.
It's the same place he gets all those grapes he's eating.
So good.
How do we want to get out of here? Does someone try to climb up the wall a little ways and reattach that rope?
Monkey?
Yeah, right now you guys are in a little cave that you have to go underwater to escape. Once you guys go underwater and re-emerge, you'll be back in that bigger cave, and then you can maybe get to the wall and have John Key climb up and reattach your rope. I need like 2 swim checks from whoever wants to swim, so if you're carrying someone, that can be all the big guys carrying people again, that's fine.
Alright,
22.
16.
Let's see, I'm gonna do another swim check as well. I got a 17.
No one failed, so a couple of you guys just did okay. One of you guys is really good. You're able to swim out of this cavern, re-emerge, swim over to the wall. From there, you can doggy paddle. Junkie can climb up. He's smart enough to reattach the rope per Vic's orders. It's a well-trained rich person's monkey, so it might take a little arguing on your point there, Vic. And then once he climbs up there, you've got to yell at him a couple times to make him understand what you want him to do. So maybe it's like a very comedic scene of trying to get Junkie to understand what's happening. It's still like 10 feet above the water, so reaching it from where you guys are is still very difficult. But it is reattached, and Junkie's up there like, ah ha ha, hee hee hee, I'm on a rope, 60, 90 feet away from the wall, so you guys can't really jump to it, from the bottom at least. Closer to the wall, higher up. The room is sort of conically shaped, but made of stone, of course. So yeah, you guys will still have to get out of the water to reach the rope to climb up somehow. Maybe you big guys can have some small guys on your back and jump up to the rope. That might be okay for the small guys to acrobatics off of someone's back. So if Iggy and Goon, you guys want to do an acro, you could probably pull that off. And then it'll just be figuring out how to get the big guys up there.
We just climb up the side of the wall like we did and then do an acro onto the rope.
It's worth a
We're
try.
only using 3 ropes. We still have 1 extra rope, right? I used my rope. I used my rope.
I still have a rope.
Alright, cool. Good. Let's try that on.
Someone toss a rope to one of the little guys that jumped up there, and you attach that. Because I assume, like I said, as long as one of you two little guys can roll me a acro of above 10, which I assume you can.
I got a 16.
You can get up there, and if someone has a rope and can toss it to you, you can attach it, and that would be enough to go down to reach the water level. If
We'll
there's
tie
no
that
rope.
to you as you acro up there, and then you can...
I just thought we were out of rope last game, as everyone was like scrounging for rope to make a rope this long.
No, I just didn't offer to share my rope last time.
Classic Lilith has secret hidden rope. As long as you don't fail a climb, you guys can climb a rope. So you guys can climb back up the rope, back to, Ratfolk Underground, all safe and sound. Phew!
Let's retrieve the ropes and
pull those up.
redistribute them.
Yeah, untie them or cut them as you see fit.
Where have I been without my grappling hook?
You can keep climbing up from here. We're just leaving.
I mean, I don't think we should have a powwow, guys. Like, what do you guys want to do? Like, do you want to focus on destroying this place because it's the worst, or...
Yes. Write in big letters.
Yeah, definitely.
What I'm thinking is if we are the only band to survive the destruction of the Darling Metropolis, then we can supplant Jim Darling's foul legacy with our own.
Yes.
If we can...
Totally.
If we can get our hands on some dynamite, as a follower of Urgathoa, I know that in the past they have done tremendous damage to this town using explosives before in a slightly terroristic kind of way. And I'd be willing to follow down that path. So if you guys know where to get some dynamite, let's blow some shit up, see if maybe we can throw this sea serpent up.
I was gonna be like, I want to steal all of Jim Darling's trophies.
One thing I'm thinking, before we go back to the Rat City, we should clean ourselves off, because last time they saw a bunch of guys covered in shit, take 20 of their rats and walk off. So I kind of feel like we were disguised. So if we clean ourselves off, they won't know who we are.
We're not those shit guys. We're the not shit guys.
Well, no, all we have to do is we can be honest. Be like, they didn't make it. We were attacked by a sea serpent. Not exactly a bluff check.
Why would we tell that enough truth? You always want to have just enough truth to bait the trap. So I think that we should implicate some of our enemies.
The snake people.
Yes, they
down.
captured and brutally sacrificed by the snake cult.
Still gonna be a bluff check.
Thumbs up.
Well, I'm certainly not going to be the one to suggest to give it to people because I have no idea how servants will do your nonsense.
Chapter 3 in the Kobold Handbook, every conversation is a trap.
Absolutely correct.
I think we need to be prepared to be confronted by people when we get back to the Rat City. You guys left with 20 people and you came back with me.
You guys have also traveled this way before. You don't have to re-emerge in the Rat City. You can re-emerge in the Darling Metropolis also.
We should get some more cocaine.
Your supplies are low.
Giant thumbs up. I got this. Pay rat people to dig tunnels to flood sewer/city.
Oh, how about this? We don't tell them that they died at all. We say that they're still down there digging for us.
Oh, genius.
Yeah, we need them to dig down to meet up with them. A big pro-public works project. We flood their community with money.
You guys hang out in the old Ratfolk ruined village thinking about lies to kill more Ratfolks. That's brilliant.
And to kill the city.
I think that we probably could get them to build enough pumps and move enough water to unleash this snake god upon the unsuspecting citizens.
Fantastic.
So glad that I have all of you as my moral compass.
Someone roll me a knowledge local,
15.
14.
20, but not natural.
especially Lilith. But you guys have met with the Ratfolk, talked to them before. You guys can share this information among yourselves. But you know that the tent village is right next to a very large body of water that's called the Folks Bowl. Just sort of like a large reservoir, sort of a lake that's only sort of blocked from the ocean by large rock structures. So very easily, with some tunnels, could be drained into this reservoir beneath the city, which will at least help some of the flooding. I don't know if it'd be enough to flood it all the way to the city level, but that might at least be able to raise your water level 1 degree higher, get your snake up from where it's at to the Ratfolk ruins. Even without pumps. With pumps, you could probably do even more, but even without pumps, you can do tunnels from that place and at least flood it 1 level higher.
We could build a set of locks through tunnels where we selectively flood sections, transfer our cargo of watery snake death up section at a time, and then at the reservoir, use that to flood the city so we could unleash the snake god.
I might take some engineering and a little more work, but I think you guys have Goon could drop some plans that could work. It just might take more materials than just straight up flooding.
Well,
building the locks. But yeah, if you guys have you have a wealthy benefactor, obviously. If you guys want to fund building those locks, that could be a way to do that as well, without having to use as much water to flood the whole thing. Just a bigger undertaking.
I just feel like someone would notice the cargo that we're transferring.
I could pray to my deities and see if maybe there's a way that they could help us out with the flooding of these lower levels. I don't know what they can do, but send us some zombies to help us do some excavation.
If there are some dead in the area that can help, and if you've talked to any of your allies, you would know that Iggy is a Gozrin, which is a god of nature, so maybe that would help as far as like asking for nature-wise for things like rain and such. You've seen Iggy do lightning stuff. If it's rain that you want, maybe Iggy's the guy to talk to and have Iggy talk to their god. Theoretically, Urgatho might be able to help with zombie workforce if there is one available.
We gotta do some digging, right, boys?
Thumbs up.
Roll Diplo? Or what?
I'm in religion to try to ask Urgatho to do something you don't have the magical power to do.
13.
It's not that Urgatho is angry with you or anything, but Urgatho doesn't currently owe you such a favor, and there aren't, maybe there is a whole lot of available dead here either. You don't see, besides the skeletons you encountered down below, whatever dead bodies here are long gone and buried. Not a great source of undead. Iggy, did you want to give Gozra a call and see about rain and such?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Gozra, the breaker of ways, the wind that grinds the stone. Please help us.
I rolled a 16 Diplo.
A great storm is on the way. Maybe not caused by you entirely, but you get the feeling like, weather forecaster sense. It's a big storm coming Thursday, that kind of thing. Like you don't think you caused it? A storm was already coming. You didn't need to request it. It was already going to happen, but it's coming.
I will tell everyone I did cause that.
Yeah, you can totally take credit for it, sure.
I did that.
Yeah. So you guys wait till Thursday. That was me.
Yes.
You can take all the credit you like.
So we have until Thursday to get the underground areas ready to be flooded, right?
It's going to rain, but it rains all the time and doesn't flood, so who knows? But it will rain.
That's our compromise, is maybe enlisting the rat folk. We want them all to die, but we might have to get the rat folk.
Yes.
Write that down.
And I think we should be like, hey, we need the rat folk to block the passages so that the serpent can kill the upper level folk. We need their help. Do you guys want to take the surface again? We need to help with the big serpent.
So essentially, what we need to do is block off the rat side and make sure the only option for the sea serpent is to go to Darling Metropolis.
That is the goal.
Because usually it drains outward, either to the sea or to the folk's bowl through the small cracks. You need to block the drain so the water just goes up, and then you make a hole large enough that the sea serpent can also go up with it.
So that means we need to go back down into the hole to block the exit.
Or get the rats to do that for us.
They're just going to get eaten.
And that snake is going to get hungry again. So it's a risky job, for sure. Someone's got to do it, or else the water will keep draining out.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to do that. How do we do that, though? Dynamite?
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 I can sneak down there, use my newfound invisibility shield, swim to the drainage area, and place some dynamite.
So you have to be careful. You put the dynamite in place that doesn't create a larger hole.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you'll need goon.
You want to make a cave-in to block the hole, not blow up the hole that's there to make a bigger hole.
Good hole.
Or make a bigger hole, and then the snake can get out that way, too. But it's just going to lead out to Folt's Bowl and not to Darling Metropolis.
Yeah, or the ocean.
No,
Yeah. Then it will be free, but will not attack the city.
Or maybe it will.
And it can attack boats. If you let it out to the ocean, it can attack boats near the city, but it couldn't attack the city itself because it's not flooded. But could upset sea travel there. If you could probably convince it to, if you wanted to go the easy way out, you could blow a hole in the ocean side and just tell it to attack ocean travel. That would still fuck with the Darling Metropolis without actually fucking with the city. Just fuck with their travel
The only way the
lines.
snake's going to be able to attack the city is if we flood the city as well.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should definitely make the snake attack the city.
Yeah, totally.
Fuck the city.
Because fuck the city, yes.
Yeah. You need to lead to like a Venice level of water so that it can like flop around it and smash it. Like it needs at least some water up there.
We're a Project Mayhem, man. We'll get some guys together, make it happen.
Well, use goon. You'll be able to freaking do like that thing. Here it is.
How do we trap this water?
Yes, that is exactly how you would do.
Oh, wait. I got it. Blow up a different portion, a large boulder flow downstream and block the drainage.
I mean, if you guys need to blow holes in the roof large enough for the serpent to fit through, you're going to create debris you can use to block holes below. Either blow your holes near where you want the debris to fall, or move the debris into your holes.
I've never blown a bad hole once.
I mean, yeah, so that's, a viable idea. So step one, we use dynamite to break open some rocks to block the exit and hopefully plug up the drain. Meanwhile, we could still be being attacked by the giant serpent and its children.
Ethical course of action that we could take.
I mean, but right now you guys are way underground, so I guess the next step is getting above ground and getting workers and dynamite and figuring out where to blow your holes and move your debris.
To the right folks again.
Alright, so you guys climb up the big circular slick walkway. Pretty slippery, it's spirally. Roll me a reflex save, not to slip off everybody, just for fun. It's the big spiral walkway.
11.
25.
1, 6.
If you roll below 15, you're gonna fall off the walkway.
I got a 15 on the dot.
Then you're just barely gonna hold on. You didn't climb up too far before you fell. If you fall, you take 6 damage. If you don't fall, you take none. And you've still gotta reclimb, you gotta catch back up to everybody who's way ahead of you now on the spiral. Because of that hilarious circumstance, you guys are now going further up. We're in the second spiral now. Everyone that fell, you're back to the first spiral, so if you fall, you just take 1d6. Everybody else, you're at the second spiral length. Still slippery. Roll me another reflex save. Real wet today, someone must have flushed a lot of urine.
25.
Uh-oh.
16.
18.
Lilith, you fall and take 12 damage, and let's see if some way to reduce that.
Nope.
So Lilith is back on the ground, passed out from the fall. Everyone that succeeded is 1 level higher. If you were at 2, you're at 3 now. If you're at 1, you're at 2.
You're saying we gained a level. Alright.
You know what I mean. Of the spiral, not of your level. If you fall, you take that many D of damage. 1 more reflex save. If you're on the 3rd level and you succeed, this is the last time I have to roll it.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Alright, 20 again, and I'm going to hook my grappling hook to the top. I use it as a guideline to get myself down. I'm going to tie the rope around Lilith and then cart her, go back to the top, pull her back up.
Elevator it. Alright. Did anybody else fall off the 2nd or 3rd level?
I'm up.
Alright, so everyone else is good.
I'll try to help with that.
I got a 16 and then an 18.
Those are both good numbers, just enough. So you guys get up there and help pull up Lilith. Do you guys want to rest again before moving on since Lilith is passed out?
Yes.
You're at the area where there's like scat lyrics on the wall and stuff like that, and poop stalactites and stuff. But besides the dripping of grossness, it being slimy and wet in here and kind of humid, tell me how many hours you guys want to chill.
6.
D6 plus con, is that cool?
We might as well do the full 8, right?
Do it, yeah, whatever you guys need.
Yeah, that'll put me back up to 9 hit points.
I'd like to make lunch for when Lilith waits.
Yes, I only rolled a 5.
You guys have a nice charcuterie board upon waking, I'm sure. Nice salted meats and crackers, some old stinky
Nuts.
cheese,
Nuts, dried fruit, a little
Nuts.
bit of jam.
all the good stuff.
Eat
I ate those nuts finally. Yeah.
Salt
You
nuts.
gotta get those nuts in your mouth, dude. You guys pass the time having some snacks and some naps. Now you've gotta swim back through the poop divide, or cross it 30 feet, however you want to cross the 30-foot divide of poopy water.
That's a rope.
You can. If you want to get someone across there to do a tightrope for you, and you can either, if you do it high enough, you can dangle across or walk across, or...
I'll pass a rope to Jiggy.
I'm gonna jump it. I'm gonna use air sleep, which will double my sleep. So I got 27, which is what, a 34?
27 is a 54.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, you make
Wait,
that.
yes. Yeah. Ooh.
Jumps into the wall.
Yeah.
Through the wall.
Yeah. The air does blow you a bit hard.
Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah. You do smack into the wall, but you make it all the way across with the rope, which you can try to attach to something or just hold yourself, however you want to do it.
I'm gonna try to attach it to something because I weigh 45 pounds.
There's not much here. Maybe the doorway. You could try to attach it to the edge of the doorway.
Yeah. I'll try to do it to a doorknob or something.
Well, it's more like the arch of the stone, or like cut out of the wall here, but you know, around the arch or something. You can clip it onto something as much as you can get a hold of. Of course, you guys have to attach the other side to something too for it to be a taut line to climb across without it being something you pull through the shit water also. So what do you guys want to tie the other end onto?
Is there like any boulders or anything around the edge of the poop pool?
There's some poop stalactites and stalagmites.
So we might want to use it to travel from the ground up.
Want to tie it onto a mite? Yeah, you guys can tie it on with a survival check, see how good your knots are. Someone who's not Iggy, since Iggy's on the other side.
18.
Pretty good knot. You guys trust that? You guys can get across somehow. I assume with it going low to high, it's probably an acrobatics to cross it. Because you're going to walk the rope, I assume, with a tightrope style.
It could be a climb check, honestly.
That's if you're going to dangle
I'm
down.
just gonna-
But you might still dip your feet in the poop, I guess, at the beginning.
I'm just gonna
Until it gets higher.
It's like,
Alright, so what's the point of using this rope at all? If you
To get less poop on you, I guess. If you do acrobatics, you can tightrope walk it and get no poop on you. If you do climb, you can dangle your feet and get some poop, and then that's all, just poo-poo in your feet.
Alright, I'll try acro. I got a 23.
Yeah, that's fine. You can tightrope walk it.
24, because I don't give a shit about shit. Yeah.
Most of your life was shoveling shit.
18 to tightrope rope walk.
Also good. Sounds like everybody makes it goon.
19.
Also good. Yeah, you guys make it across the poop divide. I ever made it without getting dirty? I mean, your guys are already covered in poop, so I don't know what it really matters, but you're not any more dirty than you already are. Oh, that knot's in 18, so I need someone to, like, shake an 18 out of that knot somehow. What's that, a reverse survival? I mean, it is just tied around a stalagmite, so you just kind of, like, shake it just enough to get it off, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta
So-
pull it up high enough.
Maybe someone roll me a strength check above 18 to get it off. Strength or dexterity above 18. One of those two.
Young boys.
Not
You got a natural 20.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Yeah, Lilith can yank it off. Lilith knows how to yank it off. If anyone knows how to yank it off, it's Lilith.
I can yank stuff.
Lots of practice yanking it off. Alright, it's been yanked off. You got your rope back. Coil it up. So you cross the poop divide. There's now that 10-foot wall with poopy water dripping down it, like the poop falls above it. But now there's some footholds in it that Goon made before. Footholds now, so it's really easy to climb. So you guys don't have to roll, because now even with taking a 10, you guys can climb that. But it is wet with poopy water, and there's a shit and piss waterfall. Now you have to walk through to go any further, but you guys will, of course, because you want to go further. Just, run through really fast. Until we enter snake territory again, which requires some kind of skill roll above 15 to pass the snakes. Stealth, acrobatics, whatever else. Handle animal, all kinds of things you can roll. Climb I can also accept.
Actually, including acro.
There's a lot of talking at once, but it didn't sound like anybody failed, so, correct?
I failed.
I 17.
I failed.
Uh-oh.
I got a 5 for my sneak.
Somehow you pissed off a snake, man. That's not like you. You must have said the wrong thing. Yeah, roll for initiative at least. We'll see if you might still be able to jump out of the way if I fail initiative. So I got a 22 though.
I got a 5.
Yeah, snakes are gonna go first.
I got a 21 on handle animal to calm him down.
For you to roll that handle animal, I need you to roll initiative also there, Lilith, to see if they got in there in time.
Woof, 4.
Yeah, so you're gonna go after Goon. So your handle, you can still try that handle animal, but it'll be later. After Goon gets attacked at least once. Reflex save because it's a swarm.
I got an 18.
Alright, so instead of 6, you'll take 3. They're also not poisonous, so just the 3 damage of getting bit. It's your turn again, so you can jump away or whatever you like to do.
Yeah, I am going to flee.
Alright, you flee.
Yeah,
I'll allow you just to escape the area. You're good with snakes, so I'm not going to be an asshole about it. You guys can escape to the sewer drain entrance, which is the big grate you guys already broke, which exits you back out to the city sewer area that's actually more like a real sewer, not just the drainage caves you guys are in, with actual tunnels and drainage areas and manholes and shit like that. So you're back in that area now, walking around the muck. So at any point in time, you can emerge above the city if you can somehow reach one of those manholes, or you can keep walking through this sewer until you reach the subway, which I just need a history or dungeoneering roll to find out how to get back there again. Unless you do want to try to emerge from the porthole somewhere.
Goon says, all of this sewer has to go if we're going to flood the city.
Yeah, we'll start clogging some toilets, dog.
Yeah.
With the knowledge of engineering, you guys could either find your way back to the subway or find a porthole exit near somewhere you want to go in town. Like if you guys wanted to try to reemerge near the Urgathoan Temple, you could. There's a fountain there. Goon has got a good enough dungeoneering. He could probably find something like that if you guys wanted to navigate your way out of here to another part of the city without going through the subway or without going through rat territory. You could.
Distance? Portal? Closer to the temple, the better, right?
Yeah, I like going to Urgathoan temples.
Temple. Then I would like to...
And you guys need more Focane, so...
The closest exit to the temple.
Yeah, roll me dungeoneering to find that, or knowledge local. Other one's probably fine for you, whichever one you have better of.
21.
Yeah,
Not
you have
natural.
no trouble. You guys, you have to trudge through the sewer still, so you're walking through, snakes and poop water stuff. It's not massive snakes, but like loose snakes around. But you guys can make it to an area near the temple. There is a fountain nearby, which is an easy landmark, so it makes it an actually easy part of the sewer to find. You can exit nearby the fountain when there's not much traffic. You just have to get up to this porthole above you guys, maybe 15 feet with a 5-foot ladder dangling down. So you guys have to be able to jump up 10 feet to grab onto this little tiny ladder, or else find somebody to get up there. It doesn't come all the way down to where you guys are, and right now the water level's low, so you can't reach the ladder.
Do the old rope and jump.
I jump up there to the ladder with the rope.
Use your magic acro again.
Got an 18, yeah.
Yeah, that's way high enough to jump up there. Tie on a rope for everyone else. Give me a survival check to tie a knot up there just to see how it goes.
19.
Give everybody a thumbs up. Nice tight knot. Everybody, as long as you guys can all climb a rope with you take a 10 on that. So get you up to the ladder, which will get you up to the porthole. So we just need someone that's strong enough to open this porthole. So I think let you climb around him there, Rain, or somebody, if somebody wants to push open this porthole with a strength check.
18.
He just did it, so it's done. 18 side, yeah, you can open the sewer. Clang, clang, clang. The manhole cover is pushed aside, and you guys can exit near the fountain behind the temple. You guys want to replace the manhole cover?
No, it's funnier if you leave it
Just
open.
leave it off. Leave it open. It's obviously a sewer that the Ninja
I'd
Turtles
say we
use.
shouldn't leave any evidence of where we've been and where we're going.
You're right.
Alright, so you put it back on and walk back to the temple. Do you guys want to not be seen doing any of this, or do you care if you're seen?
Stealth?
Yeah, stealth if you don't want the guards or tourists or anyone else to see you guys emerging from the sewer.
What if I were to be the first to go up? I don't think it's that big of a deal, but like people go into the sewers in Darling Metropolis all the time, or they've been known to do so.
Yeah, we're not rat folk.
You're not rat folk, that's true. So, I mean, yeah, you could just play it off legit and be like, whatever. I just didn't know how much you guys wanted to be noticed, or like, you know how this game goes. The more times I have people in town seeing you guys do stuff, the more times I can have them retaliate you guys doing stuff. So, yeah.
Alright, so should we all roll stealth?
Yeah.
I mean, this
Just if you don't want guards to notice you for future reference. To be like, yeah, we saw some guys doing stuff over there, if anything does happen.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't...
It's just a precaution. Either you do it and you fail and they know and they're not going to do anything right now, or you guys do it and you succeed and it's a nice, you've already covered your tracks now, which is just, good for you guys.
Let's stealth it and then bribe them if anybody notices us. Grease the palms,
Alright, everybody's stealth.
19. I'm Stealthicus.
And I feel like a total ass because I rolled a 1 perception, so you're all going to be fine.
17.
3.
And it no longer matters because I rolled a 1, so.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Some-
19.
You guys are able to emerge unnoticed somehow. Other than the fact you guys are just covered in shit. You are behind the temple in a less popular part of town. You're able to sneak back in the temple unnoticed. At least you get in the temple and you walk in, you're all covered in shit. But luckily this is the kind of temple where they don't judge you for stuff like that.
No.
The dirtier the better. Oh, thank God you brought all this disease into the temple.
I'll invite all of the acolytes to lick us clean.
The temple has no acolytes, currently just a priest and a bunch of tourists. This is a pretty small temple. The priest will encourage any tourists there to lick you guys, especially if you come in, they know you, and you say that.
I'll roll a Diplo on that.
Yeah. Seems like at least half of them are into that kind of weird stuff, so if your Diplo is good, at least half of them will consider it.
That is going to be a 17.
Yeah, about 5 of the 11 tourists in here will start smelling and licking, like rubbing on these, weird shit-covered strangers that have just walked in under the advice
We're
of the
covered
priest.
in disease.
Yeah,
Devour it. Enjoy it.
Most of them came here for the sex and buffet, but they'll get into the shit because they're kind of drunk now, and Priest told them to, and he's been providing all the drugs and other party favors for the time that they've been here. So, this is a fun time party palace of a church, for sure. Free to hang out here with the tourists and have some sex and buffet food, cheap drinks, cheap wine, or retire to Tim's. You can also have Tim's room you can retire to, and you can also give orders to Tim if you guys need more cocaine or anything else, of course.
More cocaine.
Go ahead and place an order while you're here. You have to wait around for a bit to that show up, but your usual order will come in. So 1,300 gold.
1,300 easy.
Got your usual supply for you and your gang. You can hang out in Tim's room, which is your private room, unless you let Tim or anybody else in. Do a quick rail.
Get us some health potions.
A black market item, but you can ask Tim, or you can you've also found a place to get them yourself before you're in town.
Yeah. What's the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker?
That network, yeah. And they're legal to get and to transport and stuff like that, so anyone procuring them was put himself in danger. So it might cost more to have them delivered here to the temple than if you went and got them yourself, but either one's possible.
I want to try to get some more because I'm getting my ass kicked.
We are all getting our asses.
Yeah.
Potions.
We're clean from our tongue bath. We can just go to.
I don't know if you're clean from your tongue bath, but a couple tourists smelled and licked you once and then probably got really turned off by it. We're like, yeah, cool. Priest guy went back to the buffet.
Oh yeah, I guess we'll get the cake.
You're still pretty gross. There's not really a place to wash off here. There was the fountain behind the church, the snake fountain. It's full of snakes and water. You could try to wash off on that if you want to, but then you have to roll to avoid snakes.
That'll also draw attention from the city.
We can kill somebody and use their blood.
Ah, the cleansing power of blood.
I mean, what's better, blood or shit?
So how do you guys want to get these potions? Because I think we need about...
Delivery or DiGiorno?
Yeah. Let's go pick them up.
Yeah, let's go pick them up.
And go uptown. You can walk uptown. You can go back to the underground, take the subway. It's quicker. Consider that you guys are all covered in shit and stuff. Do you want to wash up, change clothes, all that kind of stuff before you go into a shop? If you're going to be treated seriously.
So should we go up, try to find an inn to have a room for the night and clean up there and then mosey on?
I just run the ocean, man. I don't care. Got a nasty little fucking gnome. I don't care.
You have to go to the harbor, which is I think on the other side of town.
It's on the west side of town, but...
Side of town. It's the expensive. Alright, you're right.
Let's just get a room where we can wash up.
Whatever you guys want to.
Get a room, wash up, do some cocaine.
You guys want to leave the temple and try to find a nearby inn?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys try to get into a couple inns, but the doormen seem pretty resistant to guys covered in shit, so it's either going to take a bribe or some persuasion to get past the doorman into an inn looking like that.
I say to a doorman, listen, let us through.
Diplomacy or intimidation?
I'll intimidate the this because I'm on cocaine and I'm covered in shit and I want to blow up the city.
I'm gonna get my giant ass up in his face too.
Unnatural 20.
Oh, never mind, I don't need that.
Alright, he's intimidated. He's like, whatever, man. Let the guy at the counter deal with it. Let the concierge's problem. This smelly turd people probably want to use the toilet or something anyway. They let you guys go inside. Let someone else deal with it. You guys all barge into a hotel. It's a fancy tourist hotel in this part of town. Several stories high. Fancy marble, carvings, plants. Beautiful. Manual elevator. Pulled by ratfolk underground. All kinds of the modern amenities. You guys walk in looking like shit. March towards the front.
Shit.
Yeah, covered in shit, looking like shit. March towards the front desk.
Get shit all on the carpet.
Would it be safe to say that I've been the most licked clean of said shit?
That's on the meaty part of your cheek. You can see flesh color.
Alright, well, can I walk up to the bar and, or to the concierge or whatever and drop 20 gold right there in front of them and say, we need a room and we need to wash up?
Obviously. For the state you're in, it's going to cost extra.
How much?
Let me talk to my manager.
I'll give him another 20 to make sure that he talks to him in a favorable way.
So on top of your bribe, it'll be 10 gold each, and all your washing supplies will be provided, soap, wash basins, etc. It'll be a room only with 2 beds, but plenty of supplies to wash yourself up. A large bath and all the water and hot water and soap you need.
I'll cover the price of the room for everyone.
Boys, gracias.
So it's 50 gold plus 40 gold, so 90 gold total with the bribe.
Yep, and then I'll slip him an extra 10, just to make him an extra...
Clean 100.
And be like, ask him to send up refreshments.
Alright, you guys have 24 hours in this room. He'll send up some nice cold waters. You guys go take a bath and have some nice cold waters in your room. You all bathe each other. Either take turns or bathe together in one big tub, however you guys like to do it. Rub it up, dub, 3 minutes in a tub at a time. You guys all get clean. You clean behind the ears, wash your ass, all the stuff you gotta do.
I'll wipe off my armor, of course.
Dunk all your clothes in the water, yeah. By the end of it, you just have like a pool of shitty brown water in this very nice big tub. Your clothes all hung to dry. You guys are all standing there nude, waiting for your various accoutrements to drip dry and air dry in your room. Doing cocaine naked together while your clothes dry. Looking at all of Goon's drawings for how to flood the city. Proposal for locks and other ways to dam up that part of the underground. How you can close off smaller portions as long as the water's trapped. And squirt it upwards instead of because the underground's a large place to fill, but if you close off small portions, you can create a funnel water upward with pumps into the city. So Goon will show you all his plans on how to flood a city if you want to do it.
It seems like we would want to dam up the last part last. Create the whole funnel and then.
Yeah. Also, the advice is this can be loud work. So, they're doing the parts that are lower underground, you might not get noticed, but closer you get to the surface, what you're doing is going to cause noise and might draw attention to what you're doing. And of course, once you're in the sewer or the subway area, that's an area where people are sometimes. So, yeah.
The day of, whenever we decide to actually commit this flooding, I'd like to go around and sabotage all the fountains as well, because they have to have some sort of water source. I don't know where it comes from, but that could help us flood things as well. We sabotage them.
Clog some more drains. Anything to trap the water where you want the water to be trapped. Do you want to destroy the whole city or just things that are symbolic?
Hopefully the Urgathoan temple is about 8 feet up, round. A rising staircase.
It's in the southern part of the city by the wall, so maybe it's not one of the biggest targets and kind of out of the way, depending what you flood. But yeah. Do you want more of the flooding away from the temple, too? You can do that. You guys are going to control what the flooding is. As long as you guys make a really good plan and expend the resources properly, you can probably control how the flooding goes.
Alright, but now we're clean, so we can go get potions, and then we should look into getting dynamite somehow.
Walk from this part of town or try to catch the subway? Just a time-saving thing more than anything else.
So hopefully if it's the same time.
Currently, it's at no cost to you, so catch a ride. Go in the direction you need to go. Yeah, you guys take a rat-powered train your direction. It's only a little bit faster than walking, but then you don't have to walk. You can just sit down. The rats do all the walking for you. That's the benefit of the train. It only saves you a little bit of time, just because it's a direct route and you don't have to walk around tourists and stuff. You guys can arrive in the part of town where the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker are. The 3 businesses you know that do shady things sometimes. You can inquire within each one of them till you get what you need.
I vote candlestick maker, but you guys, whatever you want.
Is that the potion? I love some armor, better armor, but I actually left all with the stock up at the rope store.
You could probably buy rope nearby as well, although not at any of these 3 shops.
Alright, so do we remember where we would go to get potions. Roll a history check if need be.
History or local.
Bastard. Who's got history?
I got history.
I do not.
I got a 25.
From your family dealings and from the dealings you guys have had before, that any three of these places could have what you're looking for at any given time. They all deal in black market goods, and it depends who comes across what. Each one specializes in one type of good more than the other, but it really just depends on who comes across what, whenever. You might have to try all three to find what you're looking for.
So each see what they got.
We could split up into, teams and go to each place.
I have no diplomas. So this would help in the background.
I'm just good at scaring people, he writes.
Alright, so we can just all go together to
Never split the party.
Let's just make our way around the butcher, then go to the baker, and then the candlestick maker.
Of course, you're going to the butcher. You need to use as many
So
code
do I.
words as possible. We'll assume you guys did that, but I rolled low enough that he doesn't have the item that you're looking for. You probably have to whisper about it. You might have to drop some hints, but he basically just shoots you guys along, says he doesn't have what you're looking for.
Well, I'd also quietly try to tell him, I'd be like, hey, we're also looking for some weapons and maybe some armor. You got anything like that?
What do you have?
He winks.
Magical bread?
Magic's illegal, sir. I don't know anything about magic.
I ask him to show me where the fresh stuff is.
In the back, if you just wait till I finish helping this old lady here, I'll show you guys my fancy bread. Oh, but then she starts asking about fancy bread. Oh, yeah, fancy bread. What's... So then he has to just talk. It takes even longer because this lady over here, and he's got to explain that, she probably can't afford it, and it's just for his very discerning customers, and she insists she's rich enough to buy some bread.
I'll buy her bread and tell her to have a lovely evening. Farewell.
Shoo her along. All right. She'll take a hint. She's not wanted in here. Bread guy will go lock the door. So yeah, he'll take you guys in the back of his bread shop. Very unassuming looking. Bags of flour, fresh bread delivery, stuff like that. But he will chant an incantation, and a door will appear. And he say, serious inquiries only. Then walk through the portal. Then walk through the portal. That's the instruction, I guess. If you're seriously inquiring about a purchase, walk through the portal.
Walk through the portal.
I will go to there as well.
Same.
Rain and Goon, you stand behind or going through the portal?
I'm gonna go
Oh yeah, go with the portal.
Alright, you guys all go through the portal. Alright, by entering the portal, you've transported yourself to a shop, a department store in hell, full of hellish goods and deeds. There's demons there, ready to assist you with all of your purchases. But by entering, you have contractually obliged yourself to making at least one purchase. Since you have entered, you must purchase something. But they have many things, magical items for sale here in this hell shop. Just ask a demon for assistance if you're looking for something in particular.
We've already established that potions aren't going to be an option, but let's look into some armor and weapons. What do you guys say?
Yes.
They got all kinds of really sick-looking armor and weapons, mostly in the colors red and black, but with cool spikes on it. Really cool-looking armor down here.
All right,
Buff-looking stuff.
I'll do a little snap to try to grab a demon's attention.
An ugly little 4-foot demon will hobble up to you. He's got one arm longer than the other, hump on his shoulder. He's a reddish-brown color, got horns coming out of his nipples. He's got an underbite, one big fang. He runs up happy to please you. He's dressed really smart, though. He's got a real nice, well-fitted suit on, and even the arms are the proper size for his two different-sized arms. He runs up all excited to serve you.
I will try to grab him if he has any kind of lapels or anything like that, and give him an intimidation check, and tell him that we are here to purchase the best of the best, and you will not fuck us on the price. Intimidation, that's gonna be 18.
I always keep my business and my pleasure separate, ma'am.
Alright, we're looking
Although I'm
for-
sure it'd be a pleasure to do business with you.
Good. We need armor and we need weapons. What you got?
We have both.
Who wants weapons? You guys can go first.
I step forward, I heft my great axe and says, something in this style, perhaps a little zhuzhed up beyond what is legal in other realms.
Oh, of
I'll
course.
also chime in and say that with my great axe, I'm looking for something along those same lines as well.
Something like this?
And he whips out a flaming great axe. Got a long red handle, a dark silvery axe head with a red eye in the middle. And the head is on fire, but without burning the handle or melting the metal.
That's cool as fuck.
My thoughts exactly. How much for two?
3,000 gold each, so 6,000 for two? Or I'd give them both away for one soul.
Don't have any souls to trade.
Do you have the name of your demon lord? Maybe you can get a discount if it's someone down here.
I don't think it's any demon lords unless you know something I don't.
Well, then no, I can't help you then. If you are affiliated with a demon lord, you can get a discount here.
That sounds like a scam to get more souls, and I commend you for it.
If you'd like me to sign you up with a demon lord, we've got a demon lord credit system, but we could easily sign you up for a demon lord credit card. Portions of your soul over time, but it gets you a discount at all of our establishments. It's for a mere 5% of your soul each purchase.
Yeah, no, that sounds really enticing, but also really not enticing at the exact same time. I think my gold speaks volumes enough.
Surely.
I'd like to pull out 6,000 6,000 gold, wink at Lilith, and say, you just give me back once we're done.
I'll tell you, you can hold up. You can have the flaming axe. We don't need two of them.
Okay, just the one then.
Alright, 3,000 gold for one flaming axe with a red eye in the center. It's now yours.
Can we get that card from Cranagris? See if we'll get a discount?
Your Kranigers card?
Yeah, so we get a little discount.
Iggy can get a discount here with the Kranigers card. You have affiliation, of course, with the Castle Kranigers. That's credentials. You can vouch for these guys, but maybe once you've taken them to Kranigers and they get a card of their own, they can also get the said discount. But you can get a little hookup here because of your affiliation.
Give me your money and I'll pay for whatever you got.
Yeah.
So, teamwork.
Also possible. Demons love a scam. They're okay with that kind of a scam.
Amulet of Mighty Power?
We've got all kinds of amulets, sir. Would you like us to show you something in your size?
You're looking specifically, but yeah, sure, why not? Right.
Well, for 7,000 golds, or the simple price of your soul, we have this amulet of expanded power.
Nope.
Okay.
We have in the rope department.
I've got this fine black sacred rope for 9,000 gold.
Nah, too expensive. Don't want it.
Finest quality rope you'll ever set your hands upon. Touch it.
Oh no, I'm
Sample the product. It's fine.
I'm not disputing the quality. I'm disputing the necessity of said quality.
Let me cut you off a 2-inch piece just to try for yourself.
I can never say no to experiments.
Alright, here's cut you off a 2-piece section of this black rope. Just feel that quality.
Yeah, so I'm going to feel the quality of the rope.
Roll a will save.
I got 18.
Real nice rope.
Yeah.
Fine quality craftsmanship. It's like 666 woven threads of black rope.
Yeah, can I roll an Arcana on that rope?
Yeah, of course.
That's going to be a 17.
That's not rope.
I'll pass that knowledge along, I suppose.
I hand the counterfeit goods back to this purveyor of lies. You told me this was rope.
Oh, I'm sorry. It must be mislabeled. You're right. This isn't rope. He coils it up and puts it away. Silly me.
That doesn't matter.
I'd like to know.
Diplomacy.
It's going to be a 23.
Cord of the soul. A rope that allows you to climb out of hell.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's a rope that can be used once to escape death.
What up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jude finds that completely and totally worthless. Why would you have your magical item that prevents death be in the form of rope, which are supposed to use?
One place to the next. If I had nine G's, I would totally do that, but I don't have that much money laying around. That is a significantly powerful item. Oh, and it's also what we could also pay one soul to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, one soul to get it. And you can escape any plane or any death. One time.
Kind of negates itself almost.
You can also use it as a normal rope.
So many options.
Yeah.
What do you got in the way of rings?
Oh, we have a fine selection of rings. All shapes, sizes, multitude of powers available. Low, low price of some gold or your soul.
I'm looking for something that will, I don't know how to say this is more meta, but like I want to increase my BAB, so my general attack power is what I'm trying to increase.
We have rings that would do such a thing. For 5,000 gold or your soul, I have something that would increase your attack bonus, if you will, by a point of 1.
What do you got in the way of armor?
For 6,000 gold, I have armor that can increase your AC by 3. And has other magical properties as well.
Also, as far as armor, do you have anything that's like helms or bracers?
All that stuff's available. Hell's Forge makes all kinds of items.
Do you have any snacks here?
Yeah,
We all have to buy something.
snacks are provided.
Cloak of Resistance? Like, throw that out there?
We have something similar to that for 6,000 gold.
Wow, that price is out of this world.
You're in hell. These are hell prices.
What
You said I had to buy something in the store?
Can't leave the store until you purchase at least one thing, contractually.
Well, that's amazing, because the way you worded that makes this prime for screwery. Hey, do you mind if I buy that point to my friend off of anyone in my party?
I'll sell you this banana you gave me earlier for gold.
There you go. Bam. Purchase complete.
Do you wish to leave now?
No, I'm not going to leave. But that was just my point, is that, technically speaking, it's a purchase inside the store.
Hell loves a loophole.
Do you have any personal advice about manufacturing traps?
I do.
How much do you want for it?
Your soul.
Tempting. Decline.
What if I could give you infinite trap knowledge? Was that be worth your soul?
No, you would have to pay me in order to have that. That sounds awful. That's the worst thing you could ever offer me.
What if I offered you 20 gold and infinite trap knowledge?
No, you'll need a significantly more.
for me to take it to grab mine.
500 gold?
Completely worthless. It is the worst product that I have ever even conceived of.
5,000 gold, my last offer.
In that case, yes, I will take your knowledge of traps, and you pay me the gold sold.
Right, roll me a will save upon receiving this infinite knowledge of traps.
18.
You receive this infinite knowledge of traps, but now your mind is all consumed with the idea of traps. That's all you will think about. Constantly around you, thinking of ways to entrap those nearest to you, including your allies. Be planning complex traps for them, one way or another. Long-term complicated traps, short-term funny little pranks, whatever it is, you will constantly want to trap those nearest to you.
Absolutely nothing has changed.
Yeah, pretty much for you. The only respite you get is once someone is trapped, you get a brief relief upon trapping someone. Brief relief from your torment of constantly thinking about traps. You cannot escape the thought of traps. You have a one-track mind now. Thinking or speaking about anything but traps will require a will save. And do any knowledge checks that are not trap-related, I'll need a will save first. To make conversation about things that aren't trap-related, you'll need a will save, etc. Or else you'll be relegated to just trap talk. You just want to talk shop all the time now.
Very little changes, yeah.
Yeah, it's just now official, and now you do have a infinite knowledge of traps, so your knowledge of traps is far superior now, even though it rolls for anything else will require a will save.
Okay.
And you've made that's your purchase, and you get 5,000 gold somehow, or 5 platinum, or whatever that is.
I'm gonna do an intimidation. I'll say whatever little demon that we have, and I'll be like, Imp, bring me something that allows me access to the Shadow Realm. It's gonna be 21.
He brings you a circular disc.
I guess I should roll. Can I ask him what it is?
It provides you access to the shadow plane. It's a hole. You just walk through it. He puts his hand into it, his hand disappears, he pulls his hand out, waves it around. Shadow hole.
I'm gonna carry on with that intimidation check and be like, how much?
3,000 gold, or your soul.
I'll take it for 3,000 gold.
Can I get a Grandiverse discount on this bad boy? The Shadow Hole.
You want to purchase one too?
No, just for him.
Oh, no, I can't give you your discount for that guy. I'll get in trouble with my boss.
And what's the name of this item?
A cursed shadow hole.
Cursed Shadow Hole.
Yeah, please enjoy your purchase.
Why is it called cursed?
On your receipt. Cursed shadow hole. No refunds, it also says on your receipt.
Well, I watched him stick his arm through it, so clearly there's not too many bad things that can happen from it.
Not to a demon, at least.
Does he have like one less finger?
Alright, I made my purchase.
Alright, do you have a Kineticist item by chance just lying around?
For 3,000 gold or your soul.
Go on.
According to my inventory, I've got a cursed red lesser kineticist diadem.
What does that entail? And also, I don't like the word cursed.
It's on all of the items in this store are cursed. It's just it comes with the territory.
Okay.
Think a store in hell sells non-cursed items?
Knowledge Arcana to know what the curse actually entails. I don't have Knowledge Arcana, so 2. Wait, -1.
Yeah.
So 1.
You know nothing about nothing. Besides the fact that it's cursed somehow. But it will give you cool firepower. You know that. I think you know that it's a fire crown, so.
Alright, okay. I love that. Well, with a 1, it seems like I should definitely buy whatever they're telling me to buy. You guys got any bananas that aren't cursed?
Yes, we have no non-cursed bananas.
He's like, I'll sell you this banana. The banana you just sold us.
Oh, fuck, yeah. I was worried about this curse. Like, how about...
We're all gonna have to deal with it, don't worry, dude. We've all cursed items.
Yeah, fuck it.
Well, actually,
Buying the cursed item is definitely a trap, but not buying the cursed item is also a trap.
right?
Your infinite knowledge of traps has revealed to you that once you've entered hell, everything's a trap.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
3 G's are your soul.
Oh, my G's, yeah.
We gladly accept your G's.
I have 87 gold now.
But you have a cursed red diadem. It does 1d6 of fire damage blasts. So yeah, or 1d8 for physical damage. They don't multiply for a critical hit. So yeah, you can just let you shoot fireballs out of your head.
What about my shadow hole? Is that literally, it just opens a portal to the shadow realm?
I mean, it's always open. It's a hole. That's the curse. You're just walking around with a portable hole to the shadow realm, and if you pass by a shadow demon, it could easily escape at any time.
Can I fit into it, or is it like it's just like the size of?
You would have to squeeze through it, but it's the size of a child's tunnel toy. Like you would have to like crawl through it, but you could crawl through it. It'd be easier for one of your smaller allies to fit through, but you could fit through it just like crawling.
Size of like a small shield or a toboggan.
Like one of those round wooden shields, like that kind of a size. Porthole size, manhole cover size.
Oof. All Alright, that's gonna be a problem. Sorry, guys.
You gotta carry it around somehow, and it's just always open.
Also, can I use sign language with this devil?
He doesn't seem to have a problem with that. Your thoughts seem to be known to him even without you speaking.
Ah, fantastic. He's getting a lot of weird images.
He seems into it, man.
Right on. I kill with my fists, and I would like to kill more gooder. Do you have anything that can help with that?
Black metal knuckles. Make you punch much gooder. 3,000 gold or your soul. They allow you to roll double the damage as long as they're equipped. So if your normal fist damage is 1d6, you can roll 2d6.
Okay, that sounds like a really. There's probably a really fun curse involved with that one. Since I'm majorly broke, would it be weird if I asked for some help there, or is that too much?
Are you asking me, the demon, or asking one of your friends? Because the demon
Well, why would I?
can't help you. Maybe one of your allies can.
Yeah, I was writing that out.
I've got a little bit of money left, but I was kind of hoping to save it for the potions that we originally did all this for in the first place. And you already bought something anyway, so you can leave.
Yeah.
Hilarious, whatever curse is going to be involved with it. I would love to see how that unfolds. But I've got a little over 1,000 gold left, so I can't really help you out too much.
Yeah, no worries.
If you guys are ready to leave the store, the portal's reappeared now, so you guys can all walk through it at your leisure or continue browsing.
I'd like to check the portal for traps.
There it is.
Go for it.
I think it's a disable device. Detect or undo. I got a 19.
The trap seems to only trigger if you have stolen something, and since all of your purchases are legit, it shouldn't do anything to you when you leave.
Okay. I tell no one of this and walk through the portal.
Follow.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Everyone reemerges in the baker, but you will notice that Rain's skin is now yellow.
That's cool.
What?
Some jaundice. It'll be fun.
Hey, Ray, you don't look so good. Maybe you got cursed by a banana that you bought from a demon.
No, it's perfect. You're right.
I have to see what this cursed flaming axe does.
Do you wield the flaming axe?
Not yet.
Have it tucked away in your bag?
Maybe I should experiment with it first.
Let's go out back before you whip that bad boy out.
Yeah. So I don't hurt
The
that.
stables or,
Oh, yeah, the stables.
if they'd like us to chop some wood for them, perhaps?
No, the stables will fine, because I'll buy a horse and I can just kill it.
Well, it is. We're at the baker shop. They're going to need wood to be chopped for their fire.
Perhaps, I just don't know if it's gonna pre-toast the wood or set it on fire, you know?
Well, where do you want to make that potentially bad thing happen? Close to our hotel or right here next to the baker?
Just go to a stable, buy a horse, take it into the street, and I attack it with my axe, because it'll be my property and I can do that.
Go ahead and whip the axe out and see what happens. Might as well go ahead and get this over with.
Yeah, so I'd like to go to a stable and buy a horse.
Alright,
Just the shittiest horse they have.
You guys know where the stable's at. You can head down there. Shitty horses, they've got some, old sick horses they're going to get rid of anyway. People sometimes buy for meat. 50 gold right now for a shitty old horse.
Listen, I'm about to murder this horse purely with science. So can we do 40 for a deal?
And I'll
Diplomacy.
make sure that the body's gotten rid of. We'll dump it down the Shadow Realm ring. About that. We'll test out 2 of these crazy cursed items off the rip.
Let me pay you 40 gold to put down the horse you were going to get rid of anyhow.
Yeah, diplomacy me.
19.
That sounds agreeable. I'll take 40 gold for a horse I was going to put down anyway.
And there'll be no leftovers.
It's an old gray mare.
I wield the cursed flaming axe, and I move to behead it.
Alright, roll for initiative with this horse.
17.
18. The horse is scared and tries to flee. It doesn't run very fast, but is running away from you and does run slightly faster than you do because it's a horse, even as an old, shitty old horse. So it starts running down the street. Well, you have your flaming axe up in the air, swinging at it. I need you to roll a will save, since you've wielded the axe.
I got a 17.
Now that you've initiated battle with this horse, you will not stop until this horse is dead. Like I said, although it is running ahead of you in the street. But you will not stop until it's dead. You won't stop trying to kill it. But it's getting away currently.
Can I run after it?
Yeah, you guys can all run after it. You guys are all chasing after a horse, running down the street towards the horses escaping. Vic, the most vigorously of all, is chasing this horse with a flaming axe. Tourists are all turning and staring at this group of misfits chasing a horse down the street.
Tune in next time for more Constant Chronicle Bad Egg. episode of Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater was sponsored by our fans and friends on Patreon. Donate today. Keep Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater alive.